Hey guys, Charley the plumber. Hey, it's hunting season, northern Michigan, so here we are going to do a little review on my bow blind, gun blind, black powder blind. I traditionally don't rifle hunt here. We go in the UP, but I bought this blind about 3 years ago from Menards. It's a 5-sided plastic blind. And kind of show you what I got. Basically, I've built a 8x8 platform on this for this blind, and 8x8 just because the obviously 2x6 are 8 foot long, and I didn't want to do a lot of cutting. Plus, I wanted to have a little extra where I could get up to there. So basically, you got a ladder going up, or a staircase per se. I built. I'm a plumber by trade, not a carpenter, so don't forget about that. Put some bracing on there. Brought my little Kubota tractor out here, and I dug in some 4x4s. Dug them in about 3 feet down. Got the main base done, and then the platform put on it. Got everything so it was as level as it could be. But basically what I've got there is, after I got the platform on there, my goal was I was going to put my portable up there for the 1 year, the first year. Well, one thing led to another. I never got to it, so the following year I bought this blind from Menards. It was $500, and it's actually a decent blind. I think that plastic will keep the scent in more than some of the wood blinds that we've got in here. But come on along, I'll take you up there and show you what I've done. Staircase basically is just a plain old staircase. I built it out of 2x6, and my spacing isn't quite wide enough. I tried to do it 8 inches high each step. Well, it's actually a little short. I wish it was a little different. And then about there's a step that's a little bit longer. I put the grab rail on it, or the handrail per se, something that my dad can come out and use. He's older in age, so he can get up in this blind. The stairs are short, so he does like that, where he's not stretching his legs out. He's taller than I am, but you know, as we get older, we don't move as well as we used to. So okay, so here's the base of the blind. Nothing more than just 2x6 on the bottom, 8x8. Got a little railing here, a little railing that we can stand on, and got a little space here. I've got an extra chair in case you want to bring a guest out here. You've got that where you can put that in. That's just a bar chair I had downstairs. I cut the legs off, and while I'm here hunting myself, I actually will take that out of the blind and put it outside. So this is the blind itself. It's 5 sides, and then it's got this plastic top. The top is a one-piece top, which is kind of nice because you don't have to worry about any of the birds, critters, whatever. And then what it does is it bolts in the middle. You can see here how this thing overlaps. And then what I done when I put this stuff together, they give you little zip screws or sheet metal screws to go through there. I took and I bolted all these with 1/4 inch stove bolts, 1/4 inch bolts and nuts. And I also run, you can see I put silicone on all these corners. So before I put this top together, I run a bead of silicone all the way across it, just to keep some of the weather out. And then these sides, going down on the sides, you can see the bolts here. I did that because I wanted to have longevity. I wanted this thing to last for a while. So it's actually nice. And then when I put the top on, I siliconed all the way around it, just so that you wouldn't have any leaking, you wouldn't have any bugs, critters, stuff like that you can get in there. Now in these corners, you can see that there's a bigger gap. I couldn't get a bunch of silicone, or didn't want to waste a bunch. So this actually is good for extra airspace and all that good stuff. So now the door This door system's got a couple of hangers here, a couple of latches. Basically these go up and down, and then it's got like a safety latch you can put on during the winter, or when you're not here, you can put this safety latch on. I do like that. I wish this latch was a little bit bigger. It's pretty small, and when your fingers get where you have a hard time opening and closing that's a little bit of a challenge. But other than that, it's decent. What I do like is these windows were originally supposed to go here, and they were supposed to fold down. What I did was I turned them so they fold up. And the one nice thing I like about it is these windows are tinted, so you can't see in, but you can actually see out. So, it's better. I've got all the windows closed on there, but you can see that you really can't see inside there. So the deer can't really see what's going on, or it's better for your shadows. So okay, so here's the inside of it. I've got an office chair in there, old desk chair that I sit in. Basically this thing can swivel, so it's pretty quiet. You don't have an issue with it, and everyone wants to get rid of a desk chair if they're good enough to get rid of, but not good enough to throw away. And then I've put some 2x4s in here, basically like a shooting rest. You can see the carpet on the top, and that opens right up, and then you get a little rest to lay your bow or your gun or whatever on there, so that you don't get any noise when you're laying that gun up there. Now you can see them tinted windows. This is a non-tinted or an open window. This actually is a tinted window, so you can still see out real nice. So if it's windy or something like that, you can actually open this window up. I've got little latches, but I'll show you the difference. I mean, obviously we're going from one extreme to another, but you can see out real nice. So a lot of times during the winter, during black powder season, I'll actually leave these windows closed until I see something, then I'll open it. Now, one thing I don't like about these windows is they send you these little bitty tabs. These are like a tab they send you with, and it's supposed to hold the window closed. They're pretty small, and they don't really want to stay in the up and down position. They probably, if I put some Loctite or something like that on the bolts, it would be better. But and with the windows, you can see these little holes here were for all the windows to flop down. Well, with the shooting rest there, I wanted to make sure that I could actually use this as a 2x4 steady rest. So basically I took and I made these windows open, and you can see the bolts and the nuts I've got here. I don't know if you can or not, but I've got bolts and nuts there, and I silicone them. Now when you put the holes, if you ever drill this plexiglass, make sure that I normally try not to drill it. I'll use like I'll take a torch with a screwdriver or something like that, heat it up and melt through it. But these were able to basically just flip these windows upside down. Now the only thing I don't like, let's finish. Inside here I've got, instead of a carpet, I've got actually a foam pad. I can't tell you whether that keeps the noise down a little bit more, but the deer will come in here and they see it, and it really doesn't bother them. It is a little bit noisier than carpet, but I don't think it holds the scent like carpet does. So other than that, I mean, that's what I've got. I've got some 2x4 blockers in here, and I've got this, I put this shelf in here. A shelf is to set your bow on or your gun on or whatever you've got, pistol or whatever it may be, which is nice. And then during the winter time, I'll tuck my heater up in underneath there, and I'll lay a blanket over top of this, wool blanket, that will cover my legs, and it basically will keep the heat in where I'm sitting, and then I can slide around as I need to. So But there's the inside of the blind. We'll take you back outside. Now really the only thing I don't like about this blind is I wish these corners were a little bit bigger, because they've got, you know, you've got a decent window, but I'd like to see these actually come out a little farther. And they actually make this blind so you can flip-flop this here, and you can put your windows down here, cut one of them out and put your window down there. I liked it going across here. I think it was a little bit more versatile. But like I say, I wish that these corners would be a little bit longer. And I may end up coming and cutting these out and putting some sort of glass in here, because there is quite a blind spot in here you can't see. But other than that, that's the Menards. I bought this at Menards. It was about, I'm going to say $500, 5-sided, no floor. So obviously it's got to sit on whatever you have there. And that was another reason I went with that foam pad, because it will keep a little bit more of the heat in. But hopefully you like the review of the Menards blind. I would buy it again in a heartbeat. It's, you know, when you get into blinds, some of these blinds are, you know, they're $1,200, $800. Lumber is expensive. I just found that I think this will last long, or as long as lumber, if not maybe longer. So hope you enjoy it. Hit that share button, hit the like button. Share it with your friends, subscribe to that channel. I've got a few other videos on different stuff, plumbing, hunting, food plots, you name it, sleep apnea, AFib, stuff that I've already went through, and hopefully we can help other people from going through it. So hope you liked the video. If you did, subscribe. One of the few things we get in life for free, and we'll talk to you soon on another video.